Jayson Tatum may dominate the NBA stage with the calm swagger of a Boston Celtics superstar, but his real life unfolds far from the roar of TD Garden. When the cameras shut off, he drives back to a quiet farmhouse on the edge of Boston, or a place where mornings smell like cold New England air. His son's laughter fills the yard, and the pressure of the league slips away. It's the version of Tatum most people never see. Grounded, intentional, and surprisingly simple. Let's step inside and see how he truly lives beyond the fame. Jayson. Tatum was born on March 3, 1998, in St. Louis, Missouri. The son of two 19-year-old college students, Brandy and Justin, who were still trying to build their adult lives. His mom would later become an attorney, his dad, a gym teacher and basketball coach. And from early on, Jayson grew up surrounded by structure, encouragement, and the game that would come to define him. From the start, the signs were clear. Chaminade College Prep, he quickly proved he wasn't just another tall kid who could shoot. As a freshman, he averaged 13.3 points and 6.4 rebounds, leading the team to both the MCC and Missouri District 2 titles. Every season, he got stronger. By junior year, he was putting up 25.9 points and 11.7 rebounds. Then stepping onto bigger stages in the Nike Ebel with the St. Louis Eagles and helping them reach the Peach Jam championship game. Then came the true breakout. His senior year turned him into a national name. He averaged 29.6 points, carried Chaminade to a state championship, and won the 2016 Gatorade National Player of the Year award. Every major college wanted him, but he chose Duke, trusting Coach K to shape him for the next level. College quickly proved that decision right. His one-and-done season at Duke began in December 2016 and picked up speed immediately. He dropped 28 on Virginia, helped win the ACC tournament, and wrapped the year with 16.8 points and 7.3 rebounds. Even though Duke exited early in March Madness, Tatum had shown enough. He declared for the NBA draft soon after. Boston opened a new chapter. Drafted third overall by the Celtics in 2017, he looked like he belonged from the very first night. His debut was a double-double, and a few weeks later he posted 24 against the Knicks. By the playoffs, he was making franchise history. The first Celtics rookie to score 20 points in 5 straight playoff games while helping Boston reach the Eastern Conference Finals. And the momentum just kept building. In 2018-19, he won the NBA Skills Challenge. In the following season, went off for 39 and 41-point nights on his way to his first All-Star selection. Again, he pushed Boston deep into the postseason. Then superstardom truly arrived. The 2021 season was the turning point. A 30-point opener, clutch game winners, another All-Star nod, and 2 massive scoring explosions. 53 points and 60 points, both solidifying his place in Celtics history. Even with a quick playoff exit, he set franchise records, including 122 points. Across 3 games, the finals run made everything undeniable. 2021 to 2022, he stacked more 50-point games, became the first ever Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and led Boston to its first NBA Finals in 12 years. The Warriors won the series, but Tatum's rise into the NBA elite was already sealed, and the records did not stop there. The 2022-23 season saw him hit his 1,000th career 3. The youngest player ever, past Larry Bird for the most 50-point regular season games and break the All-Star Game scoring record with 55. He averaged 30.1 points, becoming the first Celtic in history to hit that mark. Even beyond the NBA, he kept winning. Tatum has been a key part of Team USA since his teens, earning gold at the 2014 U7 World Championship, the 2015 U19 Championship, the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Across high school gyms, Duke's blue floor, Austin's parquet, and Olympic arenas, Jayson Tatum's journey follows one truth. Talent sharpened by discipline, confidence earned step by step, and a star who still hasn't reached his limit. After all these years climbing stage by stage, Tatum stands as proof that growth doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. It's the steady rise, the small improvements, and the quiet determination that write the biggest stories. Next, we step into his home to see where that steady rise finds its balance. Farm in Boston, tucked away on a quiet stretch of Massachusetts countryside, Jayson Tatum's ranch-style estate feels worlds apart from the noise of NBA arenas set across 6 acres of land. Roughly 261,000 square feet of open fields and wooded edges. The property stretches wide and calm, with a long driveway cutting through the landscape before revealing a single-level brick home that sits low and steady against the trees. There's no flash, no theatrics, just space, privacy, and the kind of quiet a young star rarely gets. The first impression arrives before you reach the door. A curved brick walkway winds past neatly trimmed shrubs leading to a warm brick facade. With white-trimmed windows and a classic New England roofline, the house feels honest and grounded, more like a family ranch than a celebrity residence. To the right, a large multi-bay garage stands clean and well-kept, kind of practical structure used for everyday life, not display. Inside, the home opens directly into a bright living space where hardwood floors, high ceilings, and oversized windows create an easy, open rhythm. Nothing here is overdone. The living room is simple, with soft-toned sofas, a brick-lined fireplace, and natural light that pours in from both sides of the house. It's the type of room where evenings slow down, where Dew sprawls out with toys while Tatum sinks into the couch after practice. The kitchen, connected seamlessly to the living areas, forms the heart of the home. Warm wood cabinetry lines the walls, paired with dark granite countertops and top-of-the-line appliances, including a built-in wine cooler tucked neatly beside the main cabinets. A spacious cooking island sits at the center, sturdy, functional, and clearly used. Beside it, the breakfast nook wraps around a row of windows looking onto the backyard where morning light lands softly across the table. It's a space that feels lived in, casual meals, late-night conversations, people leaning on counters while dinners are being pulled together. A few steps away, the family lounge takes on a more traditional ranch mood. Rich green walls, a long brick hearth, built-in shelving, and a small wet bar make the room feel warm and personal. The space has the comfort of a house that's been broken in, the kind where winter nights feel cozy with a fire going and games playing on TV. The primary bedroom, located on the first floor, carries the same relaxed simplicity. Wood floors, soft, colored walls, and large windows give the room a steady calm. While the ensuite bathroom offers a clean combination of a glass shower, soaking tub, and dual vanities. The other bedrooms follow the same palette, bright, modest, and oriented toward open views rather than decor. But the ranch's most defining features sit outside. Step through the back doors and the land begins to open. Wide fenced pastures, patches of open grass, and long stretches of wooden rails that divide the property the way true working farms do. The scale of it is surprising, large enough for horses, training, or simply letting the land breathe on its own. The quiet is almost constant, broken only by wind running through the trees at the edges of the field. Further down the property stands the estate's standout structure, a massive heated barn built with full wood interiors, wide central aisles, multiple stalls, and a wash area. The barn is fully functional, not decorative. Private office sits in the corner, offering a tucked-away workspace surrounded by the smell of timber and clean hay. The barn opens to a dirt paddock and additional fenced sections, giving the space the feel of a working horse property. A trailer sits beside it, completing the picture of a ranch designed for real use, not just charm. It's the kind of place that gives him room to breathe. Quiet ranch where life slows down, the land opens wide, and the pressure finally feels far away. But this isn't the only home that shapes his world. Newton Tatum keeps a very different kind of residence, one that brings him closer to the city, the Celtics, and the rhythm of everyday life. Jayson Tatum's West Newton home is the kind of home that feels lived in, not staged. It's a Gothic revival-style home built in 1848, which he purchased in 2019 for $4 million. From the street, its steeply pitched gables and white facade give it a classic New England look, quiet, familiar, and full of character. Inside, the home opens up to clean hardwood floors, high ceilings, and plenty of natural light. The foyer is simple but warm, a space that immediately slows down the pace after a long day. The living room has a similar feel. Soft tones, a fireplace, and customized tin furniture create a comfortable rather than formal feel. The family room is right next door with a wet bar and doors that open directly to the terrace and fenced backyard. The kitchen is the most private part of the house. It has a large island, high-end appliances, a pantry, and a small butler's pantry that doubles as a coffee bar. The layout connects the kitchen, breakfast area, and family room, creating an open space that accommodates everyday life, meals, conversations, and the normal rhythm of a family-centered home. Upstairs, the master bedroom is quiet and uncluttered. It has a spacious closet and a bathroom with a hot tub, a feature that would clearly suit an athlete needing recovery time. The other bedrooms are bright and functional. The third floor is almost a separate suite with a bedroom, its full bathroom, an extra room ideal for a guest or a teenager needing privacy. The lower level feels more functional, a home gym, a media room, and a full bathroom. This is a private space to work out, relax, or entertain friends without leaving the house. Outside, the backyard is simple and airy. The fenced patio and lawn create a private, easy-to-use area. No excessive landscaping, just a clean outdoor space where the family can enjoy time in nature. Today, the house is still used by his family, a place they return to from time to time, splitting their days between this quiet Newton home and their farmhouse in Boston, depending on the season and Tatum's schedule. The house feels like his reset button, a quiet corner where the noise finally fades away. But right behind that quiet, there is another space that shows a different side of him. Come with me to the garage where Tatum's fleet of cars adds a little color to his otherwise quiet life. The first car that truly reflects Jayson Tatum's personality is his classic Ford Mustang Fastback, a deep black vintage muscle car worth just over $60,000. He loves it for its raw simplicity. The long hood, the chrome wheels, the rumble of its V8 engine. On slow Boston mornings, he sometimes takes it out alone, cruising through quieter neighborhoods before the city wakes up. No screens, no technology, just the hum of the engine and a bit of peace before practice. For Tatum, the Mustang isn't about speed. It's a reminder of where he came from and how far he's traveled. Then comes the Mercedes AMG G63. Priced from $179,000, the car that defines his day-to-day rhythm, its boxy silhouette and matte black finish matches calm but confident presence. And it's the SUV he uses for almost everything. Heading to the arena, picking up deuce, or navigating Boston. Winters with zero stress. It's been spotted pulling up to practice in it. Music low, hoodie up, looking like a young star who's learned how to move through chaos without letting it touch him. The G-Wagon fits him perfectly. It's tough on the outside, steady on the inside. And then there's his Mercedes Maybach S580, the most luxurious car in his lineup with a price tag of $198,300. He often arrives at games stepping out of it under the dim tunnel lights, the soft blue cabin glow spilling out behind him. Inside, the seats recline like a private lounge wrapped in quietness that only a Maybach can create. After back-to-back flights or late-night travel, this is where he resets, leaning back, closing, his eyes letting the city fade while the car glides through traffic. For a player who carries a franchise's expectations, the Maybach is more than transportation. It's a sanctuary. 3 cars, 3 different versions of Jayson Tatum, the Mustang, for grounding, the G-Wagon for routine, the Maybach for recovery. Together, they trace the full arc of his life. From a kid in St. Louis dreaming of the league to a superstar learning how to balance pressure and peace, behind the wheel of these cars lies a much larger story, one defined by contracts, endorsements, and wealth built through discipline and ambition.
Ow.
Let's step into his income and net worth. With a net worth of $80 million for his age, Jayson Tatum is in the rarefied group of athletes whose financial success has grown as rapidly as their playing career. His wealth comes from the essentials: huge NBA contracts, postseason bonuses, investment returns, and a substantial real estate portfolio, all of which have grown at a steady, predictable pace as his career has progressed. The foundation is his NBA earnings. His first big jump came in November 2020 when he signed a 5-year contract extension worth $195.60, $6 million with a guaranteed minimum salary of $163 million. He signed that deal for $33 million in the first year, rising to $44.5 million in the final season, a deal that officially established him as one of the league's mainstays. Then came the moment that rewrote league history.
Oh.
On July 1st, 2024, Tatum signed the biggest contract ever in the NBA, a 5-year, $314 million extension with a free agent and a player option. If he chooses the final year of the contract, he will earn $71.4 million in the 2029 to 2030 season. The first time an NBA player has topped $70 million in a single year, his salary alone is expected to bring him around $62 million per year after the extension kicks in. Off the court, Tatum earns a steady income from endorsement deals. His brand partnerships, sportswear, lifestyle, beverages, and youth-focused campaigns generate about $10 million a year, number that will only increase after the Celtics' 2024 championship and his growing global profile. Performance bonuses add to his income. Between playoff bonuses, All-NBA awards, and season performance bonuses, he typically makes about $4 million a year, depending on Boston's playoff performance. Tatum also invests quietly, safely, and without chasing the hype. His portfolio of stocks, small businesses, and athlete-backed ventures generates an estimated $1.5 million a year, enough to grow his wealth over the long term without major volatility. Real estate is one of Tatum's simplest financial investments. He keeps a small $3 million ranch house for his off-season getaway, $2 million Australian dollars home in St. Louis near his family, plus another $2 million property for his summer workouts. 2019, he bought a 6,248 feet mansion in Newton for $4 million, giving him a solid base during the off-season. In total, his real estate holdings are worth about $11 million, a clean, practical collection that fits his pragmatic approach to money. Tatum makes about $55 to $60 million a year, and that number will increase significantly when his $314 million contract extension comes through. His financial life reflects the qualities he displays on the court: discipline, consistency, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Tatum's earning power has been growing, but what stands out most is the stability behind it all. Every dollar he earns is tied to performance planning and a sense of responsibility that grows with his career. And that sense of responsibility is evident in his philanthropic work. Philanthropy. Philanthropy begins where his story began, St. Louis. And every effort he supports is aimed at providing the stability his family lacked. Through the Jayson Tatum Foundation, he focuses on 3 clear priorities: education, youth development, and long-term financial support for low-income households. At the heart of his work is the Generational Wealth Fund, established with Sophie to support first-time homebuyers in St. Louis. The program began with a $1 million contribution from Sophie and has expanded with additional support from Tatum, bringing its total impact to approximately $2 to $2.3 million. The program's mission is clear: to help single-parent and working families find their first home, a practical and lasting path to building generational wealth. His foundation also sponsors school supply drives, annual basketball camps, and scholarship programs across the city. These initiatives typically operate within an estimated budget of $50,000 to $100,000 per year, focus on simple hands-on support: backpacks in classrooms, kids on the court, students getting the support they need to get ahead. Tatum returns to St. Louis most summers to get involved himself, keeping the connection personal rather than symbolic. Another important area is financial literacy. Through workshops and community partnerships, families learn about budgeting, credit basics, and steps toward home ownership programs that typically cost $10,000 to $20,000 to operate and often fill up quickly. For Tatum, these sessions are as important as the financial aid program itself. Equip people with the tools to sustain the opportunities his foundation creates. Despite all the buzz surrounding the NBA star's fame, his giving remains focused. Direct support, clear goals, and persistence. All aimed at giving others the foundation he once struggled to achieve on his own, which leads to a simple question. Beyond these efforts, where does Jayson Tatum find balance in his life? That's what we'll answer in the next chapter. Jayson Tatum's home life isn't as hectic as the NBA. Inside his Boston farmhouse, it's a quiet, simple place where he lets go of all the pressure, walks barefoot across the living room, and goes from superstar to dad in a single breath. Most days revolve around Deuce. Since 2017, the boy has become the anchor of his daily life, filling the house with laughter. Even on the longest road trips, you can see their bond everywhere. Deuce nestled against his shoulder, the two of them jumping off a boat into turquoise water, or sitting quietly by the pool as the sun sets on the horizon. And on calmer weekends at their Boston farm, the three of them, Jayson, Deuce, and Alami, take slow horse rides around the property, moving through the open fields in a rhythm that feels worlds away from game nights. It's one of the few moments where he looks completely at ease, guiding the horse with one hand and holding Deuce steady with the other. His personal life remains private, but stable. His relationship with singer Lami added even more warmth to the home. More music, more balance, more family rhythm. Together, they created a vibrant, unscripted space, a home where Deuce ran between rooms, where vacations were planned at the kitchen island, and where Tatum recharged before returning to the spotlight, while fame followed him everywhere. From China to community events where kids gathered for photo ops, his off-field life remained simple. Home was where he recharged, got back in shape, and remembered who he was off the court. And in the quiet of that farmhouse, between family dinners, shared laughter, peaceful horseback rides, and the stillness after sunset, Tatum has built the kind of life that steadies him. It's a reminder that his real strength begins long before he steps onto the court. If you enjoyed stepping into this side of Jayson Tatum's life, hit like and subscribe for more. Drop a comment below and tell us which celebrity home or story you want to explore next. We'll bring the journey to you.